Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Nova Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good afternoon and morning in some places.
Wake your ass up. We global. It's morning somewhere.
It's the
Man Cave Morning
Man
Show.
Cave Morning Show. You already know. The one and only. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. We're going to get this thing started today. Trust and believe we are going in today. So no matter what you are listening to us on, please share it out. All right? Let's get it. Let's introduce the squad. To my right, the dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him what? Deacon Will.
Wu-Tang is for the
Will.
Drink, bang, 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 bang.
And sitting next to me, it's the sparkly,
the wavy,
the beautiful,
the vivacious,
the talented.
Put the fan on the wind machine so she can do her hair like this.
Yes, we call her Jackie.
Flame throwing a house.
Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good morning.
Yes.
And you with me, sir?
It's the
I ain't nobody. I am just humbly stormed on the general. Salute to you. Peace and blessings. Let's get on and popping. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube.
Bang.
Shout out to everybody watching us live in Periscope.
Bang.
Salute to everybody watching us live right now on Ustream.
Bang.
Shout out to everyone watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey.
Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on
Bang.
To you all, peace and blessings. You know we love you. And salute to everybody watching us live on the TuneIn app. All right, the TuneIn app is global. It's worldwide, people. Every radio station that's of something is on there.
Show.
All right, and guess who's on there? BKS1 Radio, the main show. Let's clap it up for that.
And it's free.
Set us free. It is free.
Download it. It's free. Now, let's get some love to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to Kenny Johnson. What's up, Kenny? Tisa, what's good?
What up?
Joanne Esau. Sandy. Baby, Neil Chandler, D Mac on the check-in, Phyllis Woodbury on the check-in, Tony Coleman on the check-in. What's up, Tony? Nicole Fitz Wilson on the check-in, Terrence Bellamy on the check-in, David DMC Carter, Kaz on the check-in, J Mac on the check-in, Tracy Abram on the check-in, Beatrice on the check-in,
Beatrice, what up?
Yes, Lucretia on the check-in. What's up, Linus? What's going on? Good morning, people. Let's clap it up. You are on the official Man Cave Morning Show.
Share that out, please. Make sure you share that out.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be some problems.
Oh my God.
There's going to be some problems.
It's going to be a lot. So
Racism
go
Tuesdays.
Get your drink if you need one. I know it's early, but it is after 12.
If you need a drink, if you need some popcorn, whatever,
you're gonna need it.
It's going to be some entertainment today. So
facts.
One of the topics we are talking about is a ring is not going to save your relationship, nor will having a baby with the dude or submitting to certain sexual desires. Just stop it.
Yikes.
None of that's going to save your relationship. Wow. So we're going to get a little deeper into what we're talking about.
But you should submit to certain sexual desires.
Good morning, Mario. Good morning, Denise Sparrow.
Wow.
Yes, on the check-in.
Sparrow?
Now, let's get into
Oh, geez.
All right, so
the Man Cave
let's see where we want to start first, because you know we're going to hit you with the current events.
Oh, of course. And this world.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot of crazy going on, and I've never seen so much crazy in all my days.
All right, so we got a new one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before it was what was it, Becky? Something Becky.
Barbecue
Becky. Now we have
Barbecue Becky.
And then it was Corner Store Caroline.
Corner Store Caroline. We covered.
Now
we got
it's apartment Patty.
So we got apartment Patty, people. Damn it, man.
I cannot.
So what did apartment Patty do? Let's see.
Lord Jesus!
Should I just show it? No, we're gonna read some of what's going on with apartment Patty.
Please.
So here it goes.
A white woman in St. Louis was fired after videos went viral of her trying to block a black man from entering his own apartment building on Saturday. Darion Toles recorded his attempts to enter his apartment complex after returning home late from work. The woman, identified as Hillary Muller, can be seen standing in the doorway asking what unit Toles lives in and to see his key fob. "It's not your building. You're not the owner," Toles said in the video before getting past her. The woman continues to follow Toles up to the 4th floor loft and demands to find out who he's going to see and why he was there.
Okay, so now what we're going to do for you beautiful listeners, we're going to show you the clip.
Let's go to the video
of what actually happened. Here goes the clip.
I can. Do you live here?
I'll answer that question. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am.
You can film me. That's fine.
I understand, ma'am, but you're blocking me.
Into my building.
Okay, and it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to tell you that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Excuse me. Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in where
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
Okay, and I live here and you're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay, great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No. You don't have a key fob. You are... No.
No. Ma'am.
If you have that, then okay.
Ma'am, you're not security. You're not the property manager. You're not Mike Herman.
No, but I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I paid.
All I'm asking is what unit.
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building.
It's not your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
Sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already used
not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you get out of my way?
No. Can you show me the key fob into this building?
I'm not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Call the police, whatever you want to do.
Where are you going? Do you have a key fob that looks like this? You can film all you want. I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful. You walked into a building that I was taking my dog out and pushed your way in. No. Who are you going up to the 4th floor to see?
I'm sorry. I was going to play one of our little drops that we have, you know, one that was just very disparaging. But if you're afraid you're going to get in the elevator with the said killer, I mean, I don't understand the shenanigans. What's going on?
And here's the part 2
I can't.
Of what happened, you know, with her actions. Here it goes. All right. We're going to read you this.
Told to stop following him, but she continued as he used his keys to open his door. Toles told ABC News that 30 minutes later, police showed up because Muller had called 911. Sergeant Keith Barrett of St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department confirmed a 911 call was made, but that no report was written. Tolles posted the video to his Facebook page early Saturday morning, and they have been viewed more than 5 million times. The video showed what it's like to be black man in America. This is America in 2018. Muller's employer, Tribeca STL, which manages real estate properties, said in a statement on his website that the company was aware of the video and that she had been terminated.
Wow.
Good.
Can we clap that up?
Clap that up. Good. Bye-bye.
Oh, she got fired.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, lady.
And you know what? We're going to see a lot of these happenings with people getting fired because they don't want their employers don't want to be associated with this type of behavior. It's rude and disrespectful. Oh, and didn't she call the police? She actually called the police. The police came to his door and asked him, was he harassing her? He didn't have a video for that, but he did put that in a statement. Like, I'm sorry, what?
What I'm interested in,
I cannot.
What I'm interested in, and we'll probably never hear it, was what was her mindset? Why did she feel that, no, real talk, why did she feel that was appropriate behavior?
Why did she feel like she was the apartment police?
Right.
Yes, and to physically block him, accost him, question him, call the police. We all know what's going on.
Because we see so many tapes where people do it.
We're all black, but, you know, was she... I did not believe that a black could afford...
building.
Could afford to live in my building.
Right.
And then can we have a conversation after that? Number one. Number two.
I cannot.
These white women that are making false claims against black folks. When you call the police on us, our lives could be in danger.
Yeah.
I think that there should be more of a repercussion for people falsely claiming. Did you hear what she said?
Right.
Did you hit me? That's the first. He was like, are you putting your hands up? Did you hit me? Number one. Number two.
Which we didn't see any of that in the video.
She was haranguing him, and he said, are you Rick? Are you? He named the owners of the building.
Right.
He named the owners. How would anyone know the name of the owner?
If he didn't belong there.
Right. What I'm interested in is not the fact that it was racist, blah, 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 but could she actually defend herself when someone asks her rationally, what is your explanation for treating your fellow neighbor like that? Because he paid rent in the building as well.
So my thing is, again, if you were so nervous and you feared for your life and all that, again, you would not have gotten on the elevator with dude. You know what I'm saying? So again, once again, our weapon of choice
is our cell phones.
Is this?
Let me just say this.
This is our weapon of choice these days.
Thank God.
I just want to say
for technology.
And then we're going to definitely move on or read some comments. I feel that at this point, so much of this is going on, right? Yes. Where we have to videotape so that they will see that we were not the aggressor. We see this time and time again, and it's becoming more and more frequent where even our children now are being subjected to this type of behavior.
Right.
And I just feel that it's not about white privilege anymore. It's about you being stupid and just saying these horrific things about people, putting black men and women in these positions where we have to defend ourselves for what? Walking down the street for what?
For
being brown for what? Going into a place where you live. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in my apartment. A cop comes in there and shoot and kill me. Like, when does it end? This is crazy.
Well,
this is crazy.
Before you move on, the same way in which the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King let the country see their hypocrisy, let the country see their brutality. I'm not surprised when a white person acts aggressively towards me. I'm not surprised when I'm lied on. I'm not surprised when I'm accosted by the police. None of these things surprise me. I teach my daughter not to be surprised. I teach my son not to be surprised. The question is why. I'm glad that this technology is allowing us to consistently show day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. People are disturbed by looking at this stuff. This is what we live.
Right.
So I'm glad that we now have something to show the type of stressors. Why would I have to be treated that way when I pay rent in the building itself? White people don't live like that. And this is what we're saying. Listen, I have to acknowledge the racism or stop acting like it doesn't exist, because it does. How many more of these things do we need to see? How many more lives do we need to? And what last thing? How stressed are we when our grown kids, our grown adult children, are in these streets right now? Come on, fam.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
very
cool.
stressed.
All the time over my kids, I'm worried. They're grown.
Yeah.
And again, it's funny. A lot of these stories, sometimes when we talk about these stories, a lot of people hit me up later and be like, "Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, I didn't know this happened." And then that made me, when I started hearing more of this, I didn't know. That made me feel more in what we're doing.
We're putting out the content.
We're putting out the content that people sometimes don't know about, whatever, and these things that's going on. So this is why, when I get hit with the question a lot of times, oh, it seems like you guys are
always talking about it.
Yeah, you're always talking about this, or you
always
coming with the black and the white and this. You have to, because this is America.
This is
real
America.
talk. This is America. So it's like, this is what's going on, and I'm like, and I saw another clip that shocked me just as well, and I'm about to show it to y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna run this, and I want y'all honest opinion on it before we even go into the other stories.
Okay.
All right, and my brother's calling me during the show. Okay. So
we on the air, bruh.
On the air, fam. Come on, pay attention.
I'm gonna read y'all something first. Let me read y'all this first.
Oh, then we're gonna read some comments.
Here we go.
I cannot. This is crazy. Every day.
All right, so.
I know. Man, nah, bro. You're not finna handle him like that, my nigga. You're not finna handle him like that.
You put your hands on me again.
You put your hands on my motherfucking nephew. You put your hands on my motherfucking nephew.
Get him back. Hold on to him.
Bro, Corey, man, y'all wanna fuck me? No, bro. Get him off me, bro.
F3 is 10-3. F3 is 10-3.
Full.
Take the wheel. I can't.
Yeah, you need to see the video in context, how it began, and what happened to another one of our babies.
All right, so let me just get the clip. I'm trying to get the clip right.
No problem. We can get the clip.
All right, but yeah, it's another situation that happened, and we just got the information. Let me try to go where we can give you a little insight on what's going on. Yeah, okay, I got it. Let's give them a little insight on what's going on before we run it. All right, here we go.
I used to say that these cops needed more training and better training. And listen, training is fine, but I've come to understand that cops know how to treat people with respect and fairness and patience. When they go to the rich white neighborhoods with kids that are in all types of trouble for rape, drugs, assault, theft, and everything else, they don't act like this, period. And let me answer one other thing. Racist white people love to say if black people didn't act up like this, it wouldn't happen. Bullshit. White folk act up and act out non-stop. But this type of stuff just doesn't happen, period. This is a little boy and he did nothing wrong.
Now we about to show you the
now
little boy
the clip.
And what happened. Here's the clip.
Chase, where are you, Chase? He got his hands on me. We upstairs.
You're about to go to jail. You're going to go to a youth detention center if you don't stop.
He's not doing anything. He had his rights. He's not even doing anything right now, sir. Okay. And I have his father on the phone, and you won't even speak to him.
Yep.
So what you can do is let go of me, because I'm pretty sure my mind, I know. Man, nah, bro. You're not finna handle him like that. You're not finna handle him like that, my nigga. You're not finna handle him like that.
You put your hands on me again.
You put your hands on my motherfucking nephew. You put your hands on my motherfucking nephew.
Get him back. Hold on to him.
Bro, Corey, man, y'all wanna fuck me? No, bro. Get him off me, bro.
F3 is 10-3. F3 is 10-3.
Tell him, bro.
2494 on upper level in front of H&M. H&M at 227. Stop.
Chase, where are you, Chase? He got his hands on me. We upstairs.
You're about to go to jail. You're going to go to a youth detention center.
So basically what you're seeing here is a little boy trying to sell CDs. This young boy was on Ellen. He was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. You know, she was featuring young kids that are talented.
Yeah, of course.
And everything. So he was basically in the mall, you know, giving out his CDs.
Which most people have done.
He was in the mall giving out his CDs.
Where's the problem?
I guess
the color of his skin was the problem.
Yeah, the officer had a problem with that. I guess.
And that he was a male, a little black boy. That's the problem.
You can't give out things or whatever in the mall or whatever the case may be. But the fact is,
no soliciting, I guess.
Right.
People do it all the time.
So one, he didn't have to grab the little boy. That's one. Two, the aunt that was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, was frustrated and flustered at the fact that he had his hands, his hands on the little boy, whatever like that. So it escalated to that point. And so the statement that we read prior to that was from Shaun King. So y'all familiar with who Shaun King is?
No, please enlighten me.
She's an anchor.
Okay.
Shaun King is an anchor.
Okay.
I forgot what news outlet.
Thank you for telling me.
But yeah, so it just got out of control.
Yeah.
And once again, full standard to how,
we're handled.
We are how we're treated.
Yeah.
So
law enforcement.
Let's look at this more. Let's look at this in a deeper fashion. Did you look at how calm that young man was? Did you look at how he comported himself? Did you look at how brave he was when, some white parents tell their children that the police are their friend, and if you ever have a problem with the police, you should run because they're there to help you.
Right.
Okay, that's not necessarily what we tell our children.
Yeah.
Why should you treat a child that way? I'll tell you why. Because you feel that child is less than human. If you thought that was a human being and a child, you would not accost the child. You could approach the parent, whatever. No way in hell a little white girl with Girl Scout cookies, permit, a little white boy, selling his little CDs for his little play that he did, would be treated that way. But this is the type of psychological. Now, imagine how this young man is going to perceive officers moving up. That's trauma. And the problem is we experience trauma after trauma. People tell us that it's not happening. They tell us to stop talking about it. They tell us to get over it. How would you feel if your child was brutalized that way, disrespected? I'm gonna tell you something. Big and as yellow as I am, black as I am. You put your hands on my child, uniform or no uniform, you come to me as the parent. Don't put your hands on my child. So now when I react like a man would react, like a human being would react, that then gives you the right to use violence against me.
That's how it goes.
Now listen to me. I know that's how it goes. Let me say this to you clearly.
And this is Shaun King. Go ahead.
Let me say this to you clearly.
Thank you.
In case you don't know, we are human beings. We are human beings. And we react the way human beings react. So that if you accost our children, we're going to react. We're human. Stop. Listen, the problem is we're not seen as human. We're not seen as valuable. They keep showing these clips of them killing us, brutalizing us, disrespecting us, telling us to be quiet. You got Uncle Tom saying that it's okay and co-signing this bull crap in a society. We are human beings. I demand to be treated as an American. I demand it.
Wow.
For my children.
Yeah.
I demand it.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. Let's read some comments. We got a lot of comments. Let's go back and read some comments.
I'll pull up what I can. Okay. Tina Thomas Scott said, "Good afternoon, but I have to get back to work. Break over. Love you."
Love you too.
Well, thank you for watching, hon. We love you.
Hit us on a Bluetooth cell phone.
Tony Coleman said, "So true." Lucretia Bellamy said, "Facts." All right. Kenny Johnson said, "Oh my God, unfortunately, I might have acted the same way the aunt did. Pray for my babies and other babies daily." Wow. Yeah.
You didn't get my little nephew up in the store? I'm going to have something to say about that.
Nikki Raspberry said, "Right, Will." Kenny Johnson said, "Exactly, Will." Yes, I'm going to clap that up.
Come on, fam.
There's no way around that.
Come on, bro.
No way.
And again, the emotion took over. It's like, yo, I don't care if you're a cop or not. You know what I'm saying? Don't grab my nephew up like that. Now, we know the society we live in, that could get you killed quickly.
Yeah.
It can get you killed.
Yeah.
Anytime you come up against a law enforcement, whatever like that, whether you could be right, whatever the case may be,
yes,
it can get you killed. So my whole thing is, and then there's a child there.
Yeah.
So, it's like, okay, sometimes we got to control our emotion.
Fact.
So the situation doesn't
escalate
because there is a child involved.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So sometimes we got to think, but
I don't know.
Certain times though, like me, I know I probably would have blacked out.
I don't know what telling the child that he was going to go to juvie.
Right.
Why would you tell him he's going to juvie? For what? That is not a call. You're a mall cop. A mall cop. Why do you think it's okay to do that?
Okay. This is what I think is inhumane. I think it's inhumane for you continue to ask me not to act as a human being. If I'm a parent, my first instinct, if I am a husband, my first instinct is to protect my child. That's human. That's not black and it's not white.
Right.
But we are continually told and schooled and taught to not act that way. So the question is, I'm humiliated, right? Or I can act as a human being protecting my child and possibly get killed.
Right.
How is this acceptable?
Right.
Wow.
No. Somebody answer the question. Yeah. Racism, police, it could get you killed. You need to watch yourself. You know who was the calmest person there? The child.
But see,
the child was the calmest person there.
My point, right? So my point.
I agree with you, Norm. I'm not saying you're wrong, but damn,
his aunt getting hemmed up. His aunt getting hemmed up, right, for just trying to protect him.
Yeah.
And see, my whole thing is, and there are witnesses around, so people can see the injustice that's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to, just like how the brother with the cell phone in his own apartment complex, he just wanted to get inside his apartment
because he had just came home from work. It was a late night.
He seen that this woman.
Go ahead.
You know, this woman was a problem, and that oh my gosh, she's going to harass me basically just because I'm black.
Let me pull out my phone
I'm in this building. Let me pull out my phone. Handled that, right? Even though his emotion could have been like, "You better get out of my face."
Okay.
Especially in St. Louis.
Yes, and he could have blacked out.
No, you're right.
But how he handled that?
Okay.
Listen, how he handled that?
Okay.
Justice was served. Why? Because she got fired.
But
she got fired. Her job saw that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that kind of behavior here.
Of course.
That was racist behavior, and it was
apartment
handled.
patty.
So now, just like the same thing now. Listen.
Yeah.
Had she? I'm gonna be the aunt now, right? There's always two different ways to handle situations.
Of course. Yeah.
So her getting hemmed up, nobody wanted to see that.
Okay.
We didn't want to hear that either.
Yeah.
Right? Because it, wasn't a good look.
Had
she had been like this, what'd he do wrong?
Okay.
Officer?
So
what'd he do wrong?
Exactly.
Hold up, because you made your point.
Exactly.
So like what'd he do wrong, officer?
And I'm videotaping. Yes.
Okay. He was what? He was selling CDs? Why you holding him like that?
Yes.
He's not trying to run nowhere. He's not trying to go nowhere.
So,
but see, sometimes
her emotions
take over, which can escalate a situation.
So,
and my whole thing is coming out of a situation alive.
So watch
alive.
This. Actually, now yesterday, we saw some emotion take place yesterday right on this show, where a white woman was at a bodega and a little baby brushed up against her. Right. And she then accused the child of sexual harassment. Wait.
Right.
Let me finish. Now that's emotional. Number one. Number two, this is what I've seen. I've seen white American citizens murder people with the smoking gun in their hand.
Right.
Wait a minute now. Hold it. And they're taken alive. Here's my thing. So we have to acknowledge that we are not American citizens. When you tell me you got to act like this and you got to act like that, but I have to sit behind this counter and watch other people lie and act emotional.
Right.
And not only I see criminal behavior. We're going to show another clip with a gang of white people beating up a white with nothing happening. Right. Last time I checked, I am American. They are American. Rights are supposed to pertain to me. Rights are supposed to pertain to him. But I have to constantly watch other people not only get emotional, but lie, right?
Yeah.
And that lie caused lives to be lost and they're not to be held accountable. But I have to be hyper vigilant and hyper non-emotional.
I get you, but I want to say this about the aunt. The aunt was definitely emotional, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't have been the same way, because when you're in that situation, you don't know how you're going to react.
You don't.
Now, the gentleman in the previous clip that we showed with Apartment Patty, he was very, very under control. He didn't get nasty.
Most time we are.
And I know, like a lot of times, we do act on emotion. And what I'm saying about that gentleman, he did the right thing. Because God forbid, had it been someone else, brown skin, because we can be emotional and physical at times. Had it been someone else that she came to, she might have got knocked out.
No, I got you. And
that's what I'm saying.
Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. This word emotion is being used to bludgeon us to death like a baby seal. That's what they're doing. It is unreasonable and inhumane to ask an individual to act perfectly when they feel that their life is in jeopardy, when they feel that their children are in jeopardy. A human being is going to naturally act. No. Because of our sojourn in America, because of racism and everything we've experienced and everything we've been told, we know how to unnaturally behave. Because it is unnatural for a father to be like, don't say nothing, son. Don't do nothing, son. So that's unnatural. So this term emotion, do you apply it to the brutality of the person that's brutality?
Listen.
Wait, like the cop, like the other person. You only say emotion when it comes to us, but you never talk about the intention, the emotion, or the rationale behind the people. Listen. We are being victimized here, but why do we forget that? Don't get it. And I'm not hold it. And I don't want you to say that I am for us being emotional. I want us to look at the other side. You never ask about the emotion. We are of the victimizers. You always ask about the behavior of the victimized. Asked about their intention, their emotion. Listen, why would they do that to a child or person?
Listen,
ask that too.
Listen, how much done changed in 400 years, right? So you know this. So my whole thing is like, there's ways to even make a point without too much emotion, right? So my whole thing is we've learned now how to react a lot better. So we just saw two situations where one, the little boy, he was calm, well-mannered, whatever like that. He didn't get hemmed up. Who got hemmed up? Because of what? Her emotion.
Okay.
Now listen. We didn't see cops run down on the dude at the apartment complex. Why? Because he just de-escalated that situation himself. Why? Because he thought. Sometimes you have to think like, okay, it's crazy. This racist white lady. She don't think I belong in my own building. She's about to cause a problem. Let me handle it a certain way. She didn't like the fact that cell phone was in her face. You know what I'm saying? She didn't like that, right? So you mentioned the little boy yesterday. What's Cornerstone, Carolina, or whatever, right? So you mentioned that situation yesterday, right? What saved that situation? The fact they had a surveillance cam.
Thank God for that camera. So if they didn't have that
surveillance cam, listen, and the fact that other people around them
spoke up,
saw what it was. Everybody saw what it was, right?
Yeah.
So even the mom, even though the mom was blacking out, she still handled herself in the right way.
Yes.
And so everybody came out that situation. You know what I'm saying? The justice came out of all three of these situations that we saw.
Okay. Ultimately, in a perfect world, what would save the situation if people would treat each other humanely? That's the first thing.
In the perfect world.
I know. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, I have also witnessed. I'll give you another. We can go example. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to be calm. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm pointing out another aspect of it because I saw a mental health worker with his hands up saying, don't shoot, this person is mentally ill, calm down. I seen him get murdered. So this idea that this terminology, that the way that is used, okay? Everyone on this panel has children. We're all black and whatever. The reason that we are alive now is because we have learned that lesson. The reason that your son is still alive and her son and my daughter is because we know that lesson. So great. Keep saying that, and I hear that, but I don't want you to say that.
You said it perfect.
But I don't want you to say. That there is not another side. Every rational black person knows all the things that you're saying. I'm saying I'm not for this knee jerk like, okay, we got to dissect this and only talk about what we're doing. No, we got to not only talk about what we're doing, but what they're doing. And last thing, you know what's an emotion too? Love. Using this word emotion like it's always bad. Righteous indignation You understand what I'm saying? Justice.
Right.
You gotta have something inside of you to push you forward. So stop saying like, don't emotion. It's not all bad. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, read the comment.
No, I feel you. We gonna read the comment, but we gonna go back to that too, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Because
That's
again,
what we're here for.
what we gotta start doing is learning how to live first, right? So when we get in these situations, I want to live so I can handle it later.
Thank you.
And this is all. Listen, bro. You talked. So listen. We want to live so we can handle the shit later. You know what I'm saying? So we seen a whole bunch of different situations where people handled it the right way, so they can handle that shit later. And that's all I'm saying. You know, it's like, bro, I get it. Listen, man. We know we've been dealing with it. It's not going to change overnight. All right, we're not going to wake up one day and there's no more racist people left on the face of the earth, right? So now we see the climate we living in. So now we have to learn how to what? We have to learn how to what? Survive into so we can deal with the situation. So a lot of times when we so whatever, like, where has it gotten us?
Okay, so
listen, years and years. Where has that gotten us?
Okay,
let's read some comments.
Then I want to retort. But go ahead, read the comments.
Yeah, no, we're going on to the next thing. But go ahead.
Jesus. No. We have. Wait.
No, go ahead.
It's disingenuous for you to say we haven't learned that. It's if we have. Wait.
What I said we haven't learned. So listen what I said.
No. You said we have to learn. My point is we have. If we didn't, we wouldn't even be sitting here. That's all I'm saying. We have. You've learned it. She told her children. I've learned it. We've all learned that.
Just a radio show, people. This is what we do.
Oh yeah,
right.
We love each other.
Go ahead. Let's read some comments. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's plenty. I was trying to scroll down and do my job over here. So Juanita Caring Hearts Towns first said the aunt's reaction stated it looked like they slammed him on the floor and put his foot on his neck.
Slam her.
No, that's crazy. Well, she said him. So, but there was some type of altercation.
Right, I think it was her. I don't think it was the boy.
Okay, well,
right?
But then they grabbed the boy and yanked him.
It was kind of sketchy because once the phone fell, it was chaos after that. Yeah.
Okay. I can run the clip.
Oh, okay.
No, but read
so
the.
Phyllis Woodbury said, "This is just crazy, shaking my head." And Tony Coleman said, "That's not acceptable at all." Phyllis Woodbury again said, "Glad apartment Patty got fired."
Yeah.
Me too.
She got fired.
Yeah, her job said, "No, you're not going to associate your racist rants and rages with our name." I'm sorry.
And that means things are changing because back in the day, she wouldn't have got fired.
Yeah.
It would have just been business as usual.
All right. So Tony Coleman said apartment Patty is able to be evicted and jobless.
Now see. With all that being said, that I said, we got to control our emotions.
Yeah.
The brother handled it. He handled it better than I would have.
Yeah.
All
See,
right?
that's what I'm saying. In St. Louis and in St. Louis, she ran into the right one.
No, he handled it better than I would.
She ran into the right one.
Said, me too. He handled it better than me too.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been like, you better get the.
No. Hold on.
You better.
No.
You better back up, sis.
And if I would have touched her, what would that have been?
Hold on.
Assault.
Jackie.
Assault.
When I tried to step out of the elevator and she would have did that.
Well, she wasn't even letting him into the building when he walked in. She was blocking his passage. Asked him, did he have a key fob?
Norm, when I'm trying to get off the elevator in my building and you standing in the way and you touch me.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
But this is assault,
listen to
right?
me. Yeah, because you're touching her. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
well, yeah,
gentlemen,
well, that's assault for her
Let me say this.
On her part.
Do I need my key fob if you're opening the door? I don't need my key fob. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, we have a lot of crazy people in this world, and a lot of people gain access to your buildings to go assault people. We understand that. But you don't know me from Adam. I had a long day. I'm coming in with my work bag. I just got off work. Lady, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm trying to get upstairs, take a shower, and go to bed.
But is that unusual for me to feel that way? Dog, I'm tired. I'm burnt from the.
You're coming in my building. I'm trying to walk my dog. I'm sorry, Miss Olivia.
When that physical contact, I'd have been locked up.
But see, that's my that's my whole point. So I applaud how dude handled it.
Yes.
Whatever. And all I'm saying is,
he don't want to be in the system.
But somebody hit it on the head with the whole instinct and emotion thing, because my natural instinct
was the musher.
Is the get the. And then I'd be like, you see, and then
you in trouble.
When my brain kicking down, I'd be like, oh, I touched this chick, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to be like, I'm going to stop.
I think that Norm, wait.
No, why? Because you over 6 feet and you're intimidating.
I think that Norm knows how to disconnect his instinct.
I cannot.
No. Because instinct is fight or flight.
No, I'm saying I cannot with the shenanigans.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, as black men, when they always say how violent we are, you have no idea what we, I'm not going to say let slide, but how we separate our instinct and let our mind take over. They always want to paint this narrative that we don't think. If we didn't think, we would be dead.
Oh, yeah.
If we didn't think, we would have a platform to be able to speak out.
Sure.
Instinctually, you are blocking me from getting into my own house. That goes against everything that in me. Now, I do it.
Yeah.
But it's stressful.
Yeah.
So
that shit is stressful.
So here's my thing. I'm gonna give y'all a scenario, something that I experienced in the past month or so, right? So I'm leaving here after the Man Cave Morning Show, and I go into a certain store because I was looking at something, right? So I go into a certain store, and I was like this, right?
Oh, your hat was turned backwards?
No, and I was like this in the store. Yo, really? Follow every aisle.
A business owner.
Look, check this out.
Man is a business.
And of a
Somebody
certain age.
looking at me like
a business owner,
like in the aisle like this.
American dream.
Watching every move.
Taxpayer.
Now listen, this same person. I didn't say nothing about it. So the same person, I go on a different day with the suit, on, the whole nine.
You should have
like
videotaped that.
Hey, sir, can I help you? Need any help? Good. They walked away.
I cannot.
So now that wasn't so much, I guess, a color thing. It was based on what I was wearing, I guess, right?
And your hat was flipped backwards. You're definitely a thug, and you're going to steal our merchandise.
You're not allowed to wear Scullies. You're not allowed to wear baseball caps.
I'm the
You're
same
not
person.
allowed to wear nothing.
So it did, but this
that just goes to show that they never looked at you. They looked at your clothes. They never looked at you and your face. You were looked at by your hat being flipped backwards. That's all they saw. And
I was.
And you're a man of a certain age. I mean, really.
So
really?
Yeah, you don't have to keep bringing that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So trust me, I got a Scully on because my fat bald head is cold. Like I'm cold, so I wear my Scully. Trust me, when I go outside and get in my truck,
I'm scared of you, bro.
And did you put your hood on too?
Listen,
I'm scared.
I will freeze and live like Norm said.
It's terrible.
No, come on now.
No, I'm saying it's terrible that you have to do that
because I already know it's. Last and working in mental health. Okay, quick story. Gentleman that I helped that happened to be Caucasian had a lot of issues, homelessness, PTSD, this and that and the other.
Right.
Beard, this and that and the third. Shave, suit, tie. He's sitting at the light. I'm sitting at the light.
Right.
I'm respecting this man becoming a active member back into society because he had problems.
Right.
He's a felon and I'm not. Who did the light go on for? The woo. Now you look at me and you look at him. Who you think was the felon? I'm responsible for rehabilitating him and getting him from criminal behavior, helped him with his mental health, helped him get a job in the house. But you know what he is? A white guy. And I'm gonna. What I'm supposed to do with that? Okay, go ahead, Joe.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to read some comments. So Kaz Minor, hi Kaz, something's wrong with him. He said, that's why I always carry my microwave popcorn in my pocket because I react, I don't think. I'm getting tased for sure. At least when I go to the precinct, I have a hot bag of popcorn. Laugh out loud. I cannot. So Demetria, she said, unfortunately, being from the South, I'm numb, to this type of BS.
Right.
Adult reacts anymore. I'm used to white folks harassing black folks in upper class neighborhoods and stores.
Okay.
What you were talking about, Norm. Most of the time, we just yes sir, no sir, on our way out of basic everyday BS, and be grateful that we made it home in one piece.
I agree.
In 2018, it is a crime to be black and living. You said that so well.
Yeah,
Anthony Williams says some people don't know the difference between emotion and instinct.
Yeah.
All right. Alicia Mitchell, she said, parent first. It's hard to restrain yourself. My children are adult children, and I would have to stop, drop, and pray. I have to still tell my adult children, remember, we are under attack. I want to clap that up, but my hand is holding my phone.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
Kenny Johnson said,
hey, Kenny.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah, but when someone in uniform or not is grabbing your child for no reason, reactions will be different, especially mine. See, I know we could say a lot of things, but we got to remember the babies are watching. And when it's a situation like this with the child, and I understand our emotions get high, hey, don't touch my nephew, keep your hands to yourself. Sometimes we have to do things just a little differently, because now both of y'all might end up in the pokey.
And see, my point exactly. Now, had she had pulled out her phone,
I'm just saying.
Again,
of course,
had she had pulled out her phone, first of all, he not really gonna do nothing to that little boy too much. With all the other, you got
patrons, people in the mall,
and then you saw the other black security guard,
and they're watching,
whatever like that, and they watching.
You know they got their phones out,
just like this. And as soon as he did something, I'm like, okay,
what did he do?
Who's your boss? This and that. I would have found out everything like that.
This is Officer such and such.
Oh, his ass would have been fired.
He has my nephew detained. I'm just trying to figure out, what did he do? Why are you holding on to him, sir? You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I know the emotion gets high, but we got to remember, nothing will get solved if you're yelling and screaming on your phone. Your phone is doing all the work for you.
So
because it's videotaping it.
Wow.
You know it's going to go viral.
You are absolutely right. I just want to see one day when I can make a mistake and not be killed, or make a mistake and not be assaulted, make a mistake and not be arrested, this, that, and the third. That's the first thing. Second thing, before we move on, you can do probably just about anything you want to me.
True.
Listen to me. I'm true, because I'm a big guy. I'm loud. People have assumptions about me because of the way that I talk on the radio. So what people like to do is approach me and test me. Oh, you think you big, you think you bad, you blah, 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 blah. Okay, I've been dealing with that my whole life.
Yes.
Now take me, and I just said you could do anything. Put my child in the mix. Now there's a volatility and unpredictability and emotion and instinct or whatever that comes over me as a father, as a husband, and as a protector that I don't apply to myself. I take a million times more abuse than I take when my child is with me, or my friend is with. Last thing, do you know I'll probably get locked up saying don't talk to Norm like that? Whereas if it's me, like, yo, don't talk to my partner like that. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
I'm more subject to become more amped rocking with my boy. But when it's with me, I have completely trained myself. Okay, I just knee jerk
because you want to make it home.
I know, but hear what I just said. But now we all chilling, and somebody step and say something to Jackie. Yeah, get the bail money ready. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying it's right.
We're all a work in progress.
But my instinct is to be like, yo, watch how you talk to Norm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm going to read a couple more, and then we're going to move on.
Yep.
Daryl D. Mac McNeil said, woo, good points, and I agree. But we know the cards are stacked against us. So we have to recognize how the game is being played and play our cards strategically. Granted, it shouldn't be that way, but the fact is that it is. All right? Yeah.
I was grilled with that since the time I could talk. What you guys are saying, I have been taught over and over and over. I get you. You're right.
Yeah.
I've heard that 6 quadrillion times. And anyone with any sense says that to their child. That's all I'm saying. This narrative, we know. I get it. If we didn't know that, we wouldn't be here. The fact that we're able to talk, that we understand that lesson.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking away from that lesson, even though my delivery may be wrong. I'm trying to illustrate another aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because we know that.
And
I used to go down south every summer. Like, I know how the game goes.
Anthony Williams said, correction, Woo, if we didn't stop and think, there's a good chance everyone else would be dead.
And we know that.
Okay.
And we preach that every day.
Yeah. And that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. Sometimes, listen, man, like I said, it's not going to change tomorrow or 2 weeks later or 3 months. We always, unfortunately, going to live in a racist society.
Yeah.
We're gonna be dealing with this until we're in a box, right? So it's how you survive in the society. You know what I'm saying? It's how you survive. So we have to start thinking different. We have to start using different methods. We have to start using different tools to survive. Yeah. You know, and that's it. And then somebody hit the key word, strategic. Strategically, we have to think different.
We are one of the small
people.
We can all come together and figure this out. Then that's what Dee Dee Graham said. She said, how do we fix this? Do we need to plan as a group? Are we ever going to come together as a people and work toward change?
There's Norm segue.
I'm talking about this. So that's what I'm talking about. Excuse me. And we're gonna transition into another video that will talk about exactly what you just mentioned, Dee Dee. And we'll make it plain once you guys see this.
No, I'm about to transition off.
Which one we about to go into them boys?
To them boys and our unity response to them.
All right. So there's a group called what? The Proud Boys.
Proud Boys.
Proud Boys.
All right.
All right. So let's read this.
Oh Lord have mercy.
The Proud Boys.
Let's read this.
For one weekend, a violent, misogynistic, and homophobic street gang.
The Purge.
Of proto-fascists. They called them a gang. I did not. Ran amok on the East Coast and West Coast, seeking out and then assaulting protesters in Portland, Oregon, and New York City. The Proud Boys, a pro-Trump fraternity known for acts of violence, started the outburst of violence on Friday night, immediately after members left an event headlined by their leader, vice co-founder Gavin McInnes of the Metropolitan Republican Club, the GOP's headquarters in New York City. Footage shot by the video journalist Sandy Beckham shows a group of Proud Boys setting upon 3 anti-fascist protesters on the street of Manhattan's Upper East Side, then beating them on the ground while screaming homophobic slurs. Do you feel brave now, faggot? One of the attackers yelled, according to 2 journalists on the scene. Another video shows multiple attackers yelling faggot. McInnes was present after the assault, waving a sword. He had billed his New York appearance as a celebration of the anniversary of a Japanese ultranationalist who assassinated the head of the Japanese Socialist Party with a sword on October 12, 1960.
All right.
So oh, my God.
We got some video of the Proud Boys.
Let's see them being emotional. Let's see the Proud Boys. Showing there.
It's not a huge gathering of Antifa on the other side, but they are there. I don't know if things are going to get violent. There's a heavy police presence, so we should be fine, God willing. There's the liberals. There they are. The idiots. There's the idiots. There they are.
Why don't you have more?
You're outnumbered.
Go home to your cats.
I don't know if they're going to do anything, guys. I want to go over there and instigate it, but the cops are here, so we'll be nice. I want to fuck him up real bad. The cops are here, so why do you hide your face? Why hide the face? No, you don't want to. All right. They don't want to ask. They don't want to ask any questions. What do you want? Tomorrow I knock you out. I was just recording. All I was doing was recording. Yes, sir. Officer, all I did was record. Officer, please, I didn't want to fight him. He got like this. I didn't know what he was gonna do. I was recording, sir, and then he came in my face. He's like, "But what's your problem?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just recording." Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. I elbowed him in the face.
Oh, yo! Oh my God! Oh my God! No! Take it! Take this motherfucker! Stop! Walk away!
The far-left group, Antifa, strikes again.
It's not a huge gathering of Antifa on the other side, but they are there. I don't know if things are going to get violent. There's a heavy police presence, so we should be fine.
Who does that?
Okay.
I cannot.
Again.
My
you
God.
go to double standards, bro.
Shouldn't he have been locked up?
I'm just saying, man. That whole squad should have been taken down, put in the paddy wagon, locked up, booked, charged, the whole nine. And so now you know who these cats is.
You know their leader.
You know they out for no good.
And you saw the leader with a sword.
You know they out doing bias, hate crimes. Right?
That's a hate crime.
It's a hate crime. So
calling people out their name and then you threatening to kill people and telling people to kill them.
Beat them up after they say that. That's a hate crime.
And they get, walk away. Walk away.
Disperse.
Walk away.
Hey, don't you do that.
Man. That would have been some of our boys.
Listen.
Pop.
Listen. Geronimo Mustafa, head of Blackity Black, right? Walks down the street with a sword with his group of people who says, get that motherfucker, kill that faggot, and then sends people to stomp. Hold on. Allah Rastu, Allah Mustafa Muslim, right?
With
a Muslim look, a Muslim person with an organization saying we are representing the Muslims of America, right? Walks down the street, yells racial slurs, then beats a person up. Terrorist. Martial law is declared. You're so violent, you're so this and you're so that. So to say double standard is putting it lightly. Then from there, you know the name of the leader, Gavin McInnes, and he's brandishing a sword. After the police said, what did they say? Stop doing that? Okay, you just saw them assault. That's assault. Beating them and kicking them? Are they locked up? Are they showing emotion? Are they handling the situation correctly?
Oh, no, but see, listen.
What the frick are you?
Listen.
If the police was not there, they would have killed that guy, because we've seen it time and time again on videos where people have been stomped. They would have killed him. He would have been in a hospital, probably brain dead, anything. This is crazy.
It's a preface to what's about to happen.
That was the purge right there.
So listen. I'm telling you right now, and I don't even really talk like this. We gotta get prepared for what's to come, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because we seeing little spurts here and there, and this is New York.
And Oregon.
This is New York in Oregon. So how far is Oregon from New York? But these cats is out in New York doing this, right? So it's spread.
Gotham City. I just want y'all to know.
All I'm saying is we got to listen. We got to keep going to the gym. I'm gonna say this without saying it. We gotta start buying things to defend ourselves. We gotta start learning strategic ways to handle situations if it gets out of hand. The only way we're gonna be effective is if we come together and unite. We can't do it with this individual mindset in the division. So when I see some of our own people and some of our own youth out here wilding in the streets that don't have a clue of what's really going on, the stuff we bringing you on the Man Cave Morning Show, what's really happening, right? They need to get a clue. Somebody needs to pull them aside, say, look, excuse me, little Bloods, excuse me, little Crips,
right out my mouth.
Excuse me, MS-13s, whatever like that. Look what's really happening. Look at what the hell's really going on. Can y'all come together for a second? We got a problem.
Immobilize our own armies.
We got a problem, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm saying it without saying it, but it's time that we do unite.
So if there are youth organizations that are terrifying our neighborhood, selling drugs in our neighborhood, stealing and robbing and being violent one towards another, because that's what happens in our hood, and innocent bystanders and civilians. So you say you're about that life? Well, I do believe the enemy is openly declaring what his intention is towards you. So I would say that you're a coward if you attack your people, rob from your people, steal from your people, kill your own people, but don't defend your people. Those people over there, they're clearly telling you what time it is.
Yeah.
It's make no mistake. So if you rah and banging out and whatever, but you don't do it for yourself, that's the first thing. The second thing I want to say with this emotion is America is a violent country. And,
this is true.
And great violence has been perpetrated upon my people for generations. And we now have to have strategies and discussions and heated debates back and forth about how we deal with the violence that's perpetrated upon us. Now, if we propose violence and self-defense, no. So it's acceptable for us to be killed, murdered, murked, whatever. Fine, no problem. Good. It's acceptable for you to disrespect us, to call us names or whatever. But if we say, listen, we want to stop this from happening, how? By protecting ourselves through violence, then we're terrorists. You taking us off the air. You're saying we're inciting. But we're not even allowed to defend. I'm asking.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm just asking the question.
So you know what I just said about what we need to do, right? This is a time where everything don't need to be on social media.
Facts.
Every move we make don't need to be on social media, because once they know it always happens. Once they know what we doing.
God bless America. I love everybody. I don't see color.
Yeah, once they know,
run that clip.
What's going on?
God, I love everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
Always find a way to shut it down.
Yes.
So everything don't need to be on social media.
Yes.
Sometimes we gotta make moves on the low. And what's that old saying? Real bad boys move in what? Silence.
Yeah.
So
not on Instagram.
Not on Instagram. Exactly. Not on social media. So
Kaz Minor said,
yes, sir.
If you run the tape again, you'll see a cop standing right there when he whipped out the sword and put it back. If it was one of us, we would be leaking profusely. Oh, no doubt.
Did you hear what he said? Leaking.
No doubt.
I got another clip of them.
No doubt.
Of them boys. Hold on. I got another clip.
So Dede Grant, while he pulled that up, said, yep. So we need to be smart, plan ahead, and get our ish together. For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, no. Right. Damn.
Let me run them this clip of them boys too. Hold on.
Oh my God. Here we go. G.
In about 2 minutes, Rod Squad's gonna be here.
Jesus.
All I'm saying is, it's getting real. It's getting real on the low too.
So I want to say something. Before I got my SORA license, I had to go through a class. And when you go through this class, they give you knowledge upon knowledge upon knowledge about certain things and being a security officer and everything. One of the things that having my memory bank is even when I went to cosmetology school, there's stuff that I always kept up here. So they had this scenario of why gangs are prevalent and how they become more prevalent than what they should be. And you know what the key factor is? Can you tell me?
Tell me. I don't know.
Fear. Fear was the key factor of how gangs are immobilized, how they put fear into the community. How people don't like to come outside late at night and walk their dogs. How people don't like to go out at a certain time or go to a store, want to be in by a certain time because they don't want to become victim. So fear is the key factor that will put all of these white supremacists and all this kind of stuff, these type of fascist groups, what I call crazy people, they're gonna give them the okay that to come out here and do all of this stuff because people are afraid. You understand what I'm saying? And those police officers even showed that they were afraid. Now, if it was us, they're not afraid, but they're afraid of them, and they're the ones that are really violent. A lot of times we protest and we use signs in our words. These jokers have swords. They're fighting each other. They're kicking each other. They're kicking people that have nothing to do with any of this but just being a protester against them. And they're like, nope, break it up. Go home. You understand what I'm saying? This is crazy.
So what is the fear? The fear is that we will do to them what they've done to us. I didn't make the history of this country. That's why certain police officers are afraid of us. That's why racists are afraid of us. That's the first thing. Mike, where are you when I need you? This idea that anti-fascists and Nazis are the same thing. Yeah. First of all, they don't say anti-fascist, which anti-fascism, you know, like Hitler and Mussolini. Yeah. Last time I checked, that's bad. So what they do is they go, no, it's Antifa. And then Trump says, you see these crazy Nazis, you see these Antifa crazy people? Yeah. Look. And it's decent group of people. So now what are you doing? You're equalizing two things that are not equal. Now, there are people that are against Antifa and against their tactics and stuff like that and say that they're violent. But listen to the way that they use the words. I am an anti-fascist. Being anti-fascist is completely different than being a Nazi. The next thing I want to say to you, they're not the same. The next thing I want to say to you, this is a proven fact. When you have mass unrest, especially in the case of black people, police officers undercover get in the middle of the crowd and start the violence. True. Right. So it'll be an undercover cop, CIA operative, and whatever. Like, it's so bad now with like Antifa, like you could see them with their police boots on. Right. Like they got the hey, rah, F Trump shirt. Right, Look, but they still got their cop shoes on. So now this goes to Norm's point. I'm
gonna be honest.
Even though
I never heard this word until today.
Even though Norm is right. Now we're all heated, we're all angry, and we're peaceful until the left somebody breaks a window. Yeah. Do you know that it's a possibility that that person is an officer, right? And then what do? They come in. So the trying to legitimize anti-fascism. They're trying to legitimize Nazism. What? Rape culture. They're legitimizing it. Racism. Boys will be boys. Grab them by the pussy. What they're trying to do is make you confused as to what's going on so that you'll be so dumbed down that you go, it's not a problem here. Oh, last time I checked, fascism is a bad thing. Yeah. I'm sorry, and being a Nazi is a bad. Yeah. Right? But they're now trying to, you follow me? Which is what they did with the Nation of Islam, the Black Panthers, blah, 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 blah.
See, the problem is, right, it's hard to get protection for someone when the person that's supposed to be protecting you is one of them that, you know what I'm saying, that wants to see you destroyed.
I love my big brother. I love my big brother.
So my whole thing is, when you see, when you try to call on the police department, right, or you try to call on Congress or whatever like that,
and the Nazis and Klansmen in Congress,
and they're sitting in those seats. You know what I'm saying?
Judge.
They're the chief of police.
Yeah.
They're, you know what I'm saying? They're a part in, in that legal system, in those legal chairs, they're sitting up there in the judge chair calling the shots and everything. So it's hard to come against the system that's designed like that. That's the crazy thing about it. So when we have these talks like, we need to come together. And we need to have, these talks about what we should do. What we should do or whatever. And my whole thing is, this is why we really have to, and I know it sounds redundant, but we really have to change our mindset and we have to really get our ish together first to be able to handle these situations properly. And this is why too. Whereas when I see the craziness that goes on in the hood or whatever, and I'm like, y'all so blind, y'all distracted.
Yes.
By something major.
Yes.
That's about to take place. Y'all got all these little distractions put in place of what
Kanye
y'all
in the White House.
of what y'all think is important.
Yeah.
And it's not important.
Yeah.
Of what y'all take so seriously, and turf and turf in my territory, and you know, look, yo, son, you got on red. Yo, son, you got on blue.
Yeah.
Who told you that was important?
You don't
Who
own none
told
of
you
it.
that should be priority in your life? With all this other issues going on, man, that's what I'm saying. We need to get it together, people. Come on, man. Start educating these youth. Start grabbing these brothers on the corner and be like, grab them and give them a hug and be like, yo, look at what's happening. Shake them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at what's going on, bro. We being set up.
I just want to say,
we being played.
You mentioned the
COINTELPRO
sneakers.
is real.
I remember the first time, and I love Chucks, by the way. I had a pair of red ones and a blue one, so I was literally scared to wear my red ones because my little to me one day and she said, Auntie. I said, yeah, hey, boo. She said, what them red sneakers be about? I said, about $25? What you mean? She was like, you know you can't wear them. Why can't I? Yeah, no. Don't wear them in certain parts. And I was like, huh?
You know what?
I can't wear my sneakers?
You know what always got me killed?
Crazy.
When a child says something like that to me.
Yes.
I'm like,
all right. You understand what I'm saying?
Look, no, I'm not. Yo, bro, what did you say, son?
And I had a red car at one time
feel me?
and a blue one.
So I got this exact same Giants cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's that? Bruh.
New York Giants.
No child. I know you're in your gang or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
And maybe this is dumb on my part. Maybe I gotta think this. But my first reaction when I'm challenged in an ignorant fashion by a child is to son him in love.
I get you.
But they feel like me sonning him is disrespect.
Yeah,
and this and that.
And they'll shoot you. Yeah.
So again, as a 50-year-old man talking about what's up, blood, what's up, cuz? Well, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like I wear what I want. Like
so I want to read this because this is really and I want to say Tony James, a filmmaker.
Tony, what's up?
Hey, how are you? He said, peace and blessing, loved ones. Thank you for your continuous accommodation on true issues that affects our on grander scales. Then those commercial stations that continue to fuel the machine and empowering our dumb, deaf and blind youth with more tools of destruction to infect the masses instead of preparing them for what is to come. These days of turning the other cheek and praying for those who willfully despise you and oppress you are over. The USA Network has the television show The Purge on every week. Art imitating life. I never even watched it, but I've seen a little clips because I don't do scary. I don't do scary movies of any kind. So when I saw
for the culling.
When I saw something like that, I said, "Oh, they ain't got to worry about me watching it. I already know what it is just from the premise of seeing it. I didn't go to the movies and see it. I get it. And yes, art does imitate life for sure. And I want to say thank you for that. Because again, must stay woke. Don't get caught sleeping because you're watching Instagram models. You need to pick up a book,
it's a distraction
read something.
Going on.
It's news stories on every day. Instead of, getting those videos and watching those dumb, stupid videos that make you laugh all the time, you need to go in there and get some real content and figure out what's going on with us as a people every single day. I'm just saying.
All right. If you didn't register to vote yet, this is the last day in the state of New Jersey. All right. So this is the last day. Register and vote.
Yeah.
Trust me, we got a rep. We really got a
rep.
For
sure. Let's get 45 out of there.
So for all my revolutionaries and conspiracy theorists and loud talking people like Dawood, local politics controls national politics. So this idea, judges get voted in, sheriffs get voted in, congressmen get voted in, aldermen, mayors, councilmen, etc. When you start taking back over your local governments, that's where the that's where the nation goes. But there's an argument out there: you shouldn't vote. It doesn't matter. This, that, and the third. But again, when you don't vote for county sheriff, or you don't vote for the, you follow me. You don't vote for the councilman. Then you giving other people the right to politically control you.
Yes.
I'm for voting. What can I tell you? As my grandfather told me.
Okay. All right.
Wow. It's been a heavy morning.
Yeah.
Slash afternoon.
And speaking of voting,
Yeah.
I mean, we just kind of segue right into it. So y'all know this happened. This just went down. Georgia just stopped a bus filled with elderly black voters from reaching the polls. Georgia just stopped
Washington
a bus
Press.
filled, yes, with elderly black voters from reaching the polls. Let's get into that. Little something.
Faced with the harsh reality that the Republican Party and its appalling platform of open racism, xenophobia, and plurocratic nihilism is enormously unpopular with the vast majority of Americans, the GOP has elected to cheat in order to try to ward off the consequences of public backlash at the ballot box. This strategy has taken the form of major voter suppression campaigns by Republican state officials, mostly by using bureaucratic tricks to kick hundreds of thousands of likely Democratic voters, like the poor, students, and minorities of the voting off the voting rolls, making it more difficult to vote in the first place with restrictive voter ID laws and by closing the polling stations entirely.
Crazy.
But sometimes that just isn't enough. And the instruments of state violence are used to literally stop people from going to vote. A group of 40 or so senior African Americans were boarding a bus chartered by a nonpartisan electoral activist group, Black Votes Matter, this morning in Louisville, Georgia, to take them to the polls for early voting. But somebody was aghast at the sight of Americans going to the polls and decided to call the county commissioner, and complain, claiming that the bus didn't have the proper license to drive people to the polls. The bus did not need a proper license to drive people to the polls.
Okay. So
I'm sorry, what now?
I heard that they eventually got there. There's a clip of them celebrating and partying after they was able to vote. So there's a clip. I got the clip somewhere.
What are we in 1940?
Yeah, but look, they really tried to shut them down. This is why I made news. They really tried to shut them down from being able to go and vote. And I sat up there. I'm like, damn. Like, you really feel like you back in the 60s.
So once again,
I cannot.
Voters Rights Act, I believe is in 63. If it's not 63, please correct me. But was not that long ago. I distinctly remember, because I was born in 71. My grandparents telling me, look, boy, there was a time when we were not allowed to vote. They were talking about desegregation of schools, Martin Luther King, Dick Gregory, stuff like that. So what you're seeing is the clock being turned back. So now, first we didn't have the right to vote. Now they're trying to prevent us from voting. Does this seem familiar? Like, do you know your history? Like, I just feel my grandmother and my grandfather on both sides, you know, speaking to me. They are there was a reason that they did not want you to have the right to vote. And there is also a reason why they want to take your right to vote away from you.
Right.
For all those people that say it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, who cares if it doesn't matter? So it shouldn't matter if I vote, correct?
The shenanigans. I cannot.
It's crazy, bro.
You're gonna stop or try to stop these elderly people,
right?
Senior citizens who have paid their dues to the country, however they paid them. They are taxpayers. And you're trying to stop them from doing something that they live to do. I mean, it's bad enough that this country treat our elderly the way they do.
Right.
Now you're trying to strip them of something that they probably even fought harder than we as the younger generation have tried to do. How dare you? What the hell is wrong with people?
So it wasn't me and Norm fighting over a strategy. It was elderly people. Why would you? What is your intention to stop our elders?
Next, they're gonna be going back to not letting us on the bus or making us go sit in the back of the bus again.
Let's do that.
Come on.
Some of them want us.
We got to do better, people.
We
really do.
Voter suppression tactics is real in the field. It's real.
It is.
So they
And
coming up with
who's
all
to say that
types of
their
ways.
ballots are even going to count? Just because they cast them don't mean that they're going to,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm just saying it's been known that stuff get lost in the mail.
More people
I'm just
vote for the.
saying.
Here go the Republicans, right? More people voted for the other guy, but he's president. And in the last Republican president, the exact same thing happened. So, I'm not a scholar on this issue. More people, the people said we want this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Twice, the Republicans said, don't worry about it. Last thing, when Obama was trying to get his Supreme Court justice, they stopped him and then shoved two of their own, like, Republicans are gangster, man.
I don't know
What
if
you want me to tell
you guys heard about this. Since we're talking about voting, it's a woman, and I cannot even remember her name, but she, number 45, told her she would have to prove that she had some type of Native American blood.
So she did
in her,
and if she did it,
she did.
I'll give you $1 million
He
to
told
prove
her
you're Native
yes,
American.
He told her he would give her $1 million.
Yes, he did.
She did prove that she did have some Native blood in her. Now, they didn't say whether it was North American, South American, you know, Indian, but she proved her DNA.
What did Trump say?
She didn't get no money from me.
She said, I never said that.
She needs to pay me.
Like they showed the clip of him saying, I'll give you $1 million if you prove. Then they show him saying, I never said that.
That she needs to pay him and all the people in America for making him. I'm sorry, but then does anybody remember, does this sound oddly familiar? He did this before. Prove that you are American, Barack Obama. What I don't understand with this guy. What the hell? Y'all must stay. Whoa, this guy is nuts.
And do you know that Native Americans in some parts of our country are not allowed to vote? It's their country.
Yeah,
it belongs to them, and they're not allowed to vote.
And then this right here, this really disgusted me. All right, go ahead, Wolvie. Since we in a ring,
Judge dismisses Stormy Daniels' defamation case against Trump. Every time you guys pull me out, I try to get out. You guys pull me back in.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to. I gotta
read that
to get a little bigger. You know, my 47-year-old
crazy.
eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Judge dismisses. According to The Hill, judge's decisions came 1 month after he said the tweet at the center of the case was more of a rhetorical hyperbole instead of defamation. If Daniels filed a lawsuit in April over Trump's tweet about Daniels' sketch of the man who she claimed threatened her. A sketch years later about a non-existent man, a total con job, Trump wrote, playing the fake news media for fools, but they know it.
I'm sorry. Con job. Does anybody else hear those words to a porn star? Con job.
Yeah.
And they just kept repeating it. I was like, okay, why do they keep repeating this?
Right.
You get it, instead of just saying that this was a con. Why did they have to put job behind it?
Let me tell you how serious that story was that we just read about. They dismissing that suit against Trump. It's just basically showing that we got a new Teflon Don.
Say that.
We got a new Teflon
Nothing
Don.
sticks to him.
Say that.
Nothing sticks to him. He's untouchable.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
And
untouchable.
Come on, Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Untouchable.
Right? So untouchable.
Yeah.
You
Say
can't,
that.
You
can't touch him.
You can't touch dude. So my whole thing is,
Yeah.
don't be surprised. And I know y'all gonna be like, no, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised this dude get another 4 years.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Don't be surprised, man.
Here's why I have to agree with Norm.
And y'all wonder why I said I want to be on an island by myself.
Here's why I agree with Norm. The last two Republican presidents, less people voted for them. More people voted for the other guy. Remember Al Gore? Remember the Chads and the this
I
and
liked
that
him.
and the third, this and that and the third. So what I'm saying is, I don't know what I'm saying, General. Like
Al Gore invented the internet.
I know, but would I be surprised if Trump was president?
Again?
Not surprised at all.
Again.
So what I will say is, locally, if you cut his base on local politics and just make this place Democrat just for GP,
God help
what
us
can he
all.
do? Like, you know, Congress, Senate, mayors, judges, sheriffs, and everything else. You got to cut his support because I'm with Norm. I think the man going to be president again. Nothing sticks to him.
It's
bro.
going to be
Nothing.
a very sad day, and I'm gonna tell you. I know you guys have seen it all over the news. Yesterday, he went to Florida because of a hurricane that was there that totally decimated parts of Florida. I mean, if for miles and miles there was nothing but flat land, and maybe 1 or 2 homes that was unscathed out of thousands upon thousands of homes. So this news reporter asked this lady, he said, how do you feel about Trump coming here? The president, he said the president. How do you feel about the President Trump coming here to survey everything that happened? So this lady said, and I quote, I'm glad that he came here. She said, let's just hope, you know, this is not another Katrina and he helped his people. She was white, by the way.
Wow.
Y'all must stay woke. You see what happened to Florida, right? I bet you he ain't come there throwing them no paper towels and all that kind of stuff. And he did not. He went to Florida tossing them. I mean,
checks.
I'm sorry.
Checks.
He was yeah.
Shut up.
He was tossing
Checks.
paper towels to the people in Puerto Rico, and you know he really didn't give two dookie balls about them. But he went to Florida and totally different, which by the way Melania was with him.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's not make this another Katrina. Make sure you help. She said, I just want to be sure he helped his people.
No doubt.
Okay.
We're clearly not his people.
saying.
You don't want to help
Y'all
us.
must stay woke.
Oh, Kanye is his people.
Y'all ready to
Jim Brown is his people.
Shout out to Kristen Janae. This is the reason where actually what made me think of this topic. She had put up a meme yesterday, and I said, "This is true, though."
Okay, what's the meme? Can I see it?
Oh, you about to go left?
It's right there. What the topic says. We just wrote it out. So she put this up on her Instagram.
Is a ring going to save your relationship? A ring.
It's not.
Excuse me, not going to save your relationship. Nor will a baby, or a threesome.
No.
Oh. Wow.
We going left.
How real?
Yeah, because then we talk about that threesome thing last
listen,
week.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, I'm saying we did talk about a threesome thing last week,
right,
and how we think that that's just so not the case.
Here's the point.
Yeah.
These things are not going to save your relationship.
Yeah.
Some women think.
Yeah.
If I have a baby with this dude, we're going to work out. It's going to work out if I have a baby with this dude. Some people
Kids make him run.
Some people think if we get married, it's going to fix our relationship.
Yeah.
That ring. If I get that ring, the relationship's going to be good. Some people think if I do whatever sexual desires,
yeah,
my man want me to do whatever like that, it's going to save the relationship.
That's crazy.
And I just think people got to wake up and realize you need more.
So is that for all ages?
Yes, you need more than these 3 things to save a daggone relationship, bro.
Okay. All right.
You got to put that work in.
Yeah.
You think a ring is going to fix your relationship, a broken relationship?
Absolutely not. No.
What about
I mean, it'll look good on my finger. But that's about it.
Is having a baby together going to bring y'all closer?
I'm an example that that's not the case.
And fix it?
Didn't work for me.
So, y'all got a messed up relationship. Y'all have bad communication. So she says, okay, I'm going to give you the type of sex you want. Is that going to fix it? It's going to make you temporarily happy, but is it going to fix your relationship?
No, but I must be honest. In my youth,
here we go.
I thought it did. And when I was young, no, listen to me. There were problems that I had in my relationship before I got married that I ignored. I didn't get married. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. I love her. It was problems. Did someone put a gun to my head at that time? No. Now that I've lived and learned and messed up, absolutely, I agree with you 1,000%. But there are a lot of people, hey, don't live in sin. Come in this house and y'all ain't married now. What y'all do? Stop acting like that's not. I don't mean to be a contrarian. Young people, I know I thought it. I surely don't think it now, though. I've learned from the error of my ways.
I know a couple. I know a couple who implement having extra people in their relationship, more so for his satisfaction.
Okay.
And this with 3 kids later, they're still married.
So that fixed theirs? That fixed their situation?
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I really don't know, but I know that they're still married. They're still married and going about their business like everything is grand. So Maybe it worked for them, but I know a lot of people that just wouldn't work implementing another person into the relationship. Now, it has been proven that some people work better like that when it's other people involved, you know. But for me, that won't work for me. That won't work for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
So, how many out there will admit, and you can call in, phone number 646-233-1302, that they had a baby with their partner or whatever like that, and their relationship got better? I want to know, is there anybody out there like that they actually had a baby with their partner and their relationship got better?
Yeah. They wanted me to have a baby.
Or that they had, the sex life was dull, whatever like that, or whatever the case may be, and they spiced it up by including another person and their relationship got better. Or
that ring.
Or that ring. You finally got that ring that you've been wanting from this dude or whatever like that.
After 10 years.
Or vice versa. Yeah, after 10 years. And your relationship got better. There's somebody that fits that criteria. We want to know the story. Either put it in the chat or call it again,
646-233-1302.
All right, yeah, I want to hear from somebody, man.
Well, I definitely don't think it would get better. Children sometimes, and let's just be honest, people, children can complicate things. Just because you have a baby by a guy does not mean he's going to stay. Sometimes that joker will run for the hills. That will dead a relationship real quick. Tell a joker you pregnant and he wasn't expecting that, and y'all not really rocking like that.
Right.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
So the baby part, I'm with you 1,000%. You get what I'm saying?
He's out.
The baby part, I don't think, right? But I know some people that are Muslims that have multiple wives walking around like this. It's working for them. That's number one. Number two, I know players who are into polyamorous, whatever. They tell me, they tell me it works. You know, I don't look, bro. I don't know. They tell me it works. You know, I know people that are. They woman is a soldier. What do I mean by a soldier?
Right.
He broke it down. She accepted it. She brings women home, and they do what they do. They tell me. I don't know. I don't practice the lifestyle, but I'm saying people tell me. No, wait.
Sorry.
People tell me. I'm saying. We got and they stay married and they laughing and joking and here come the phone. Guess who this is?
No, but listen, I'm in multiple relationships like right now. You know, I'm in multiple relationships. My wife is 9 people. Right? She got 9 personalities. So
with a black woman, you only need one.
I'm trying to tell you.
What's the name of them people that be in the country, the white folk, and they marry a bunch of people?
Polygamists?
The Mormons, and the polygamists.
Yes.
Muslims,
okay.
And
ladies and gentlemen,
guess who this is?
Bring on to the Man Cave Afternoon Show.
The player herself,
our favorite polyamorous relationship recipient, Demetria. What's up?
I give you the sun, moon, and stars, baby.
Hey, D.
Hey, Demetria.
D, break it down.
Did you hear who say the magic word?
Polyamorous.
I was trying to be good.
See?
I was trying to be good. I said I wasn't going to call. I was going to stay in the chat.
Polyamorous.
What's up? What's on your mind?
Stop dating me.
We made you.
Man.
Come on, let's talk.
First off, y'all gonna start dragging polyamory through the mud, number one.
Okay. All right.
Because if your relationship messed up, it's messed up. Ain't no amount of extra penis or vagina. Don't fix it. I'm sorry. Hate to break it to you. Hated it. Number 2, from my experience, babies don't do nothing but cause headaches. They are lovable. They are cute. They are adorable. They grow into those fantastic little people. But when they are born, ain't shit sexy about it.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
You don't get the baby for 3 days, so I don't know whoever told somebody that having a baby was sexy, but it ain't sexy.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
Okay?
Facts.
And a ring ain't gonna fix nothing. The only thing it's gonna do is fix the rent when that nigga walk out. Hopefully you can pawn it. Excuse me for using the N-word. I'm sorry.
Call the child support judge on his ass.
Jeez.
She right
I might
though.
help you.
She right.
But you know what the sad thing is? I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of females walking around thinking like, if I have a baby with this dude, I got him.
Oh, I know.
Well,
I know. I'm in a group on social media. I'm in several groups on social media where I see it every single day. Oh, me and my baby daddy are having issues, but I'm pregnant. Yay! And I be sitting there like with my hands on the keyboard, be like, I be this close to like, bitch, you're stupid. And I mean, I'm the most open-minded person in the world. But I tell you, and I tell you again, me and my husband did not get into polyamory because we was broke, destitute, and his penis was not. Trust me, it's on point. Okay. We did it because it was something that we wanted to do for ourselves. It was a way to express our love in a more abundant way with people that we were affectionate with.
Abundant.
Okay. All right.
Look,
listen.
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm not judging you. Dude,
I'm with her.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a fit.
Let me say this to
That's
you,
just
sweetie.
like me.
Come on, General. Come on.
I just want to say, live your best life. Live your best life.
Player.
That's all I want to say to you. Do you?
It's amazing to me how people think these things are fixes. It's just like me going out. I'm getting ready to have a gastric bypass because I'm overweight and I can't get the weight out by myself, and I've tried for years.
Okay.
But it's not a fix.
Yeah.
It's not a fix. It's going to help me in my journey, but it's not a fix. And it's like people run around with all these fixes. I get married. I have a baby. I give him extra coochie, or I give her extra thing, or we buy a house. All those things are temporary pacifiers. And if you got real problems, get professional help or walk the hell away.
You know what?
That's all I'm saying.
We're going to clap that up, and thanks for calling. And
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
The player from the Himalayas.
Y'all too.
Listen.
Now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about some things that will save it. Besides just getting a
Bringing
ring.
someone else in.
Yeah, bringing somebody else.
Fix it? Are you sure?
Having a baby.
Wow.
So check this out. All right, so now you're having problems in a relationship. We're gonna give you some things you should try before giving up on a relationship. Okay?
Yeah.
Paying attention?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
So if your partner is the problem, that's one thing. If it's you, you can change. Okay, so let's get into number one. Let's see if we agree or disagree. This may help somebody.
Okay.
We don't know.
Reflect on what you drew together.
Reflect on what drew you together.
I'm sorry, reflect on what drew you together. We don't always choose partners for the right reasons. Sometimes we pick people who challenge us, who push us to grow and expand our worlds. Other times we choose people whose defense and negative traits fit ours. If we tend to be passive or indecisive, we may choose someone who's pushy and domineering. But the very qualities that first draw us in can become the reasons we wind up bailing out.
Yes.
Wow.
So
That's
you got to
deep.
reflect on what it was from the door that drew y'all together. Go back to the beginning. Go back to the essence. Number
crazy.
Number two.
Try breaking your routine. One of the main reasons a relationship fails is due to the couple having entered into a fantasy bond. A fantasy bond is a term developed by my father, psychologist Robert Firestone, to describe the illusion of connection many couples form at some point in their relationship. A fantasy bond differs from real love in that sincere acts of kindness are replaced by routine, and form is favored over substance in the relationships. Couples enter into this scenario without even realizing it, as it means a false sense of security and illusion of fusion or oneness.
Y'all understand that?
The
fantasy
that hit home.
Wow.
I never heard that term before.
Yeah.
That I was the victim of.
Really?
I perpetrated that.
Break it down.
It says the illusion of connection through
Many couples form at some point in their relationship.
So
why
was you a victim?
I mean, I'm a creature of habit, and I'm boring, and I'm a nerd. So I did not bring spice to the relationship. So the person found spice elsewhere.
Clap that up for the transparency and the real talk, my brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. Absolutely. And I was like, these bills paid. Stretching out here is hard for a black man. Blah, 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 blah. So to her, that meant that I wasn't caring. Watch this. To me, it meant that I was.
Wow.
To me, taking care of home, being exactly where I said I was going to be, doing exactly, being responsible, right? To me was a good trait. To her, it was boring. So she broke the relationship for somebody that wasn't responsible, that wasn't this, that wasn't that. So we saw things in
Or a bum.
So yeah, bum. No question about it. He's a bum. I'll tell you straight up, he's a bum. He's not me.
Yeah.
But check out what's going on though. She saw what I was doing completely opposite as to what I saw, the way I saw it. So then we didn't communicate, and then I began to become resentful because I'm like, man, I'm killing myself for you. And she like, huh? What? Let me text my boyfriend.
Right,
you dig what I'm saying? Where I'm saying, yo, you see these roof over my head? You see I'm trying to do the homework with the kids, this and the other?
Right.
Last thing, Jackie, I got to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about you want to go to the club? F your club. But watch this. I shouldn't have said that. Right? I shouldn't have said F you in your club. I should have been like, wait a minute. What is my wife saying? But I was like, look, you frivolous. You irresponsible. Fuck you talking about a club when we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
She heard that as, well, he's not going to give me what I want. So let me plant my flag with a buffoon, which is what she did.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Number 3. Oh, wait. My bad. Number 3.
Determine if your past is impacting your present.
Determine if your past is impacting your present.
Often partners form a caricature of each other. They start to pay attention on any flaws their partner has, even magnifying them and trivializing their strengths. In essence, they start to distort their partner, sometimes becoming critical of traits they once admired or found amusing. We don't typically realize it, but our motivation for doing this, again, sources from our past. On an unconscious level, we often seek to recreate negative dynamics from our history. We may even provoke our parents to treat us as we were treated, our partners to treat us as if we were treated in our early life. We may also use old, unhealthy coping strategies in our relationship that we adapted to our life as a child, but which no longer serve us. For example, if a parent intruded on us, we may have become introverted or kept to ourselves, but these characteristics may make it hard for us to open up in our adult relationships.
Okay.
Unpack that panel.
I believe that.
No, we got to talk about that. I'm listening.
You know,
I'm listening.
I may have some traits that are from my childhood that I'm sure I have probably put forth in the relationships that matter. Let me say that. When I say matter, I'm talking marriages, anything that was over 2-3 years. Those matter to me. I'm not talking we date 6 months, break up. Those were to me were flings. I'm talking about things that matter, and I know that I have a trait, and I know it, and I'm gonna be transparent. My trait is I don't like chaos. I don't like drama. I don't like people to yell at me. I experienced that as a child. So what I do is I leave. I go where I feel safe, where I feel like I'm not going to have confrontation, where I'm not going to have drama in my life. I go where things are peaceful. And that's what I did as a kid. If there was drama in my household, a lot of screaming, fighting, violence, I pack a bag and I'm out, because I don't want to be a part of that. That's not how I see my life, and that's just me being transparent. You know, a lot of people don't know this about me, and I would never divulge that, which I did today, but I will leave. If I see chaos, if people are not hearing me, if people are talking over me and we can't come to some resolution and everybody's always walking around angry, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm going to go somewhere where it's peace and quiet. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Shut up, no.
Yo, there was a little moment there.
So yeah, we're having a moment too. I want to thank you, my friend, whom I love, for being transparent. Say about that is this: a lot of times we speak from our trigger. Give you an example. Last week or the week before, we covered a story where some dumbass cop had his cell phone looking at the lady booty. right? And, oh, just
I'm sorry, Jackie scared me.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little because that was deep what she said. But I'm gonna get back to her. So what happened was and I was like, over this particular story, lighten up. He's a dummy. He's a police officer. Went back and forth, but a chick called up. But a woman called up, right? And she was very upset, and you could tell that her upsetness was coming from a trigger. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if we're hypercritical of our partner, it's because our partner is triggering us from what?
Yeah.
From our past. All of us are guilty of that. Last thing. Even though I be in this tumultuous relationship, I have had people come back to me and say, you know what? Now that the smoke is cleared, some of those things that I said that was boring or whatever weren't. They were commendable. Why, Dawood? Because the person that I'm with now doesn't take responsibility.
Yeah.
They aren't where they're supposed to be. They're this, that, the other. But they had this lifestyle when they were a kid where, maybe the father wasn't responsible or was physically abusive. So they need to I gotta club. I gotta go buy something. I need some sex. I need some blah, 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 blah. So when they see a person that's consistent, they don't recognize it because from their past, everything has to be, look, the welfare check come out the first of the month and we love. By the end of the month, we're starving.
Yeah.
That life doesn't work like that. Life has to be consistent. So that's what I mean by that. Triggering.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right, so these are some points. I hope some of these points that we're reading is resonating.
Naked up here today, boy.
Yeah, it's definitely resonating with some of the listeners, and somebody may be experiencing something.
Yeah, and Juanita Carrying Hartstown said, "You just hit the nail on the head, Queen. That's me, 100%."
No doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that we need to be transparent. I mean, you guys watch us every single day. There's no need for me to be phony and put no airs up. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But we're reading. All right.
No,
5 things.
And that's what we do here.
Yeah. 5 things to try before giving up on a relationship. And a relationship, we doesn't necessarily have to mean that loved one that you're intimate with, because you're intimate with your family.
Absolutely.
You could take that in a lot of ways. Some of these things can be true for your brother, your sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number 4.
Recognize your fear of intimacy. People often react to being, People often react to being loved. This has to do with fears I talked about earlier that surrounded getting close to someone. When we get scared, we tend to pull away from our partner. We pick fights, become more critical, even react angrily to comments or actions. More than anything, we start to withhold the traits that are loved about us. We may stop being as affectionate or adventurous. We may resist engaging in activities we mutually enjoy with our partner.
More than anything, we start to withhold the traits that our partner once loved about us. That's a deep line right there. We start to withhold that. The thing that they love, we stop it. Why do we stop doing all the things that initially they loved from the door in the beginning?
Because it's about the fear, not about the love.
We may stop being as affectionate or adventurous. We may resist engaging in activities we mutually
let me tell you something.
Enjoy with our partner.
Can I tell you why?
Oh my God.
Deep.
Can I tell you why?
Preach.
A lot of times this stuff happen because we let life get in the way. We may let children, bills, businesses, we let stuff like that get in the way. And the first thing people will say is, well, we used to do that when we first got together, when we didn't have all these responsibilities. And that's why a lot of the stuff stopped. And I'm going to just be 100. It doesn't mean that you don't love that person anymore the way that you did in the very beginning. Because let's just talk about this. The first 3 to 6 months, those endorphins are heavy. Everything is cute then.
Oxytocin.
Okay? It's cute, but when life shoots you in the booty, you have to be responsible. And it's like, no, we just can't go out and spend money frivolously on $100 dinners. No, we need to go and get that 2 for $20, because guess what? We got bills. We can't do all of that
bills
stuff.
And house repairs and
that's
this and that.
What happens. It's not that you don't love that person. So I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not going to agree with that. I'm not. I'm not going to agree with that. Not 100%.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Life gets in the way, and we can't all walk around with like our head is in a cloud, and things are the same way in the very beginning of your relationship, and you done been with somebody 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, and you may have had children, stepchildren are involved. It's a lot that factor into that, so I'm not going to totally agree with that.
Okay. So again, I could relate to being that we being transparent, right? And it's not a bad thing. So they don't think I'm putting no craziness out there.
Pull up the shot.
But I'll use something simple, right? In the beginning, right? You know, like even when like me and my wife we first got together, right? We used to do a lot of little silly stuff together, right? So you know, you walk in our house, you see the little fold up basketball thing, right?
Yes.
And every day, like. We did when I picked her up off from work and everything. We got in the house and everything. We go right to that and just start shooting
That's your
baskets
de-stressor.
or whatever. Yeah. And that was our way of getting rid of like stress, whatever. You know, like now, you know, the dusting settled and everything.
Yeah.
And we got comfortable with the relationship, whatever, like that. So now it's like, oh man, we gotta take this thing out the living room, throw that away, give it to somebody now. You know what I'm saying?
No, not the who.
But before,
that
was our thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so do we find another thing now
that
we do to, you know what I'm saying, to somehow get rid of the stress, or that was our little bonding thing, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. And then like
totally understand.
Yeah, and then like after the game, no matter who won, we just like give each other a stupid hug or do the hustle or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that was our thing. You know what I'm saying? So now I guess we're finding something else to be our thing.
So what I relate to,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
We outgrew that.
It's nothing wrong with that. See, that's what I mean. Go
Here's
ahead.
what I relate to.
Yeah.
People.
Plus, I used to bust her ass in.
I cannot.
All right.
Here's what I relate to. People react to being loved. I'm going to repeat that. People react to being loved. What does that mean to me? I'm a very affectionate person.
Right.
I love you. Everything okay. Now, when a relationship first starts out, that's great. That very same behavior a year from now gets you pissed off. Right? So, no, we're going to talk about this. But the running negative commentary from your mouth is not a problem. From society, from the emails, from the this and from the that. It says that people react to being loved because they are what? Afraid. There are a lot of people that don't know how to deal with consistent, unabashed love, agape love, selfish love. I'm unselfish love. Why? You're weak. What you got? You trying to game me?
Right.
You trying to this? You trying to that? See,
Oh,
no.
my God.
That's all them triggers and all of those fears that you didn't rectify when you were a child. So now, when a person can show you consistent love, I got a lot of problems. Yes, I do, and we all know them. But consistent love is not one of them. So to show an affection for someone that I truly love, they pull away from me. In my past, they pulled away from me, and I watched that person on more than on a couple of relationships go to a person that did not love them, because that's what they saw when they were little, right? So now I'm crazy because I'm like, I sacrifice, but you view my love as a weakness because you were afraid that I had some type of ulterior motive, because the people in your life always had ulterior motive, because your ass has never seen agape love, unconditional, consistent, boring, after day after day after day after day love. Now, what do you want? Excitement to this, to that, to this, to that. That excitement is your instability, your inability to recognize strength. So you need the excitement. Why? Because an asshole is exciting. Look what I got you. Look where we going. Here go my dingling. Drink this, take that. Because they want to get away from the fact that they don't have character. See?
Okay.
So now in your mind, you're like, well, he's not exciting. He's not. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Go ahead.
Right? But a lot, and I can only talk from the female perspective. That's why women constantly go from idiot to idiot to idiot to idiot. And L7s, now you come back. Now I'm getting personal. Now you come back to me and say, well, Dawood, I might have been wrong, but now I'm hurt. And now I'm triggered. So now what I'm doing, see ya.
I've always dated L7s.
Indiscriminate sex. Let me not be, you know what I mean? What I'm saying, but the point is, it said people don't know what love is. Love is not razzle dazzle. Love is not your freaking feelings. It is consistent being there for a person that got bad breath. You can't freaking stand them. They on your freaking last nerves, but still driving them to work. Still making love to them. Still cooking the food. Well, I got to cook. I ain't no slave. When I gotta say women, and women call me in because a lot of that's what they say. Why? And I gotta. It's called love. Stupid. Check it out and try it. Now, do men have the same problem? Yes, but I don't date men, so I can only. So don't say I'm bashing women. A lot of these chicks don't know what love is not easy. Stop throwing away this term. It's not sexuality. It's not excitement. It's not flashy. It's not the club. It's not none of that bullshit. It ain't no knight on the white horse. It's none. It's the exact opposite. It's hard.
Let me tell you something. Why 200%. And it's true. A lot of females don't have no clue.
Zero.
Of what love is. A lot of men never get a clue.
Absolutely.
Of what
a
love
lot
is,
of men
bro.
don't know. If I yelled about the women.
You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, the beauty of it is finding out together. You could be with somebody for 10 years and neither one of y'all know what love is. You know why you don't know what it is? Because you actually live in it every day.
Say that, explain that, sir.
Let me hit you with something.
Break that down.
Sometimes we can't spell out everything in life. We can't. And what I learned, sometimes things is what it is. Like, for instance, like I said, when a lot of people are living together for 10 years, right? And they probably never said the word love. Because they don't have to say it, because their actions is love. And I hear, think about it. You know, you ever had parents, like I never really heard my parents say to each other,
yeah,
I love you. I love you. But I knew they loved each other. And sometimes words, you know, like, okay, all right, babe, you have a good day. Love you. Mm-hmm. And those are the couples that have the most loveless relationships. Because they never actually show it. Words, actions. Words, actions. I'll take actions any damn day over words. And see, and this is the thing. And I use that example of the couple that been together for 10 years, right? Because this is real talk. Think about it. If this woman is getting morning, making sure you got breakfast, and ironing your clothes, and when you say your back hurts, she's rubbing it, whatever like that. You know, whatever you get sick, she's giving you chicken soup. When she get sick, you taking her to the doctor, you doing this, whatever like that. What is that?
Love. What do you mean? Love.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear her say it though.
Yeah.
I didn't say it to her.
Yeah.
And see, love is that sometimes real love has no voice.
Yeah. You show it in your actions.
And this is you got to learn how to recognize it, because you know what? I was caught up in the words.
I got you.
Because I wanted to hear it. I felt as though, like, if you tell me you love me, then we're in love. Like, that's love. You told me you love me. Without even thinking, like, damn, okay, she don't massage my back. She don't care if I'm sick or not. Whatever. But she says I love you. You feel me? So it could confuse you. You know, I'd rather feel the actions. I'd rather feel, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. You know, you don't got to say it all the time, but just show me, because I can feel it.
I hear you. What I will also say is that there is a running diatribe of negativity of the way that we do talk to one another. You ain't rah, 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 rah. Like, in other words, you know, all of this negative talk and a lot of the things that we talk about on the radio that we confess over ourselves, verbally and internally, right? So my thing is, you should have both. You should have the actions and you should have the words, because I think words are powerful too. So of course, if you're disingenuous and just mouthing I love you but not showing it, right? Then of course that's booty. But what if you show it and say it? If you show it and you say it, that produces fear, because people are not used to that.
Right.
Yeah.
My supposition is, but you're used to rah, rah, rah. See, we don't have no problem consistently being negative of one another, insulting one another, bringing each other. You're a lie. You ain't shit. You a bitch. You a hoe. Blah, 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 blah. We do that. We think that that's our natural state. So that if I consistently say love and the same with the same amount of times that I do hate, people get all bent out of shape. But no, you're absolutely right. Like, don't be disingenuous. But this negative crosstalk that we do to ourselves and to the people that we love, you don't have no problem ripping somebody up. The world is based on ripping apart.
Man, like I told you, my parents was a good example, you know, so I was blessed to be in a two-parent household, and all I saw was love, you know, they never said it. You know, I never really seen them embrace, hold each other and kiss and do all of that stuff like that, but I seen how they went hard for each other and to maintain and keep the things they got and maintain and get what we needed just to survive and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I saw how they interacted with each other or whatever, and like my father go through bad back pains and she just run them down with that stinky ass liniment, whatever you call that. And this and that, whatever. And so I saw acts of love, which was more important to me than actually hearing, you know, the fact I love you. Now, of course, every man would want to hear I love you from their mother or their father or whatever like that. You know, and it's funny, the older my mother got, the more she would say, "It's, boy, I'm just saying it's because I love y'all. I don't want to see nothing happen to you." As she got older, and it shook me. Yeah. I almost wanted to fall out because I never really heard her say that.
Grandma always said that.
I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, why I think a lot of that has changed to date. Number one, the black man hasn't been in the household. Number one. So women basically have to do it for themselves. They have to raise children. Sometimes these guys go out and they have multiple baby mothers. You understand? And he got off easy. So a lot of women are doing it for themselves, raising children, young men, and they don't get to see a man being around that's their father to show them how they're supposed to treat women. You know, a lot of these guys are immature. So, and they probably were never taught how to show someone love. All they know how to do is be combative, be argumentative. Say that again. You understand? So if I don't know how to show love without saying it, like you said, I don't even know how to show it.
Say
what
it or
example
do it. Right.
am I going
to say
to be?
Or to do it? I don't know.
You understand? So this is a lot of the women, my generation and everything, we're like, we can do it for ourselves. That type of thing.
You want to hear?
You understand what I'm saying?
You want to hear a sad story? And thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
But you want to hear a sad story? So there's this man, black man, older black guy, right? And how I know about this is because, you know, I used to go to frequent the strip clubs back in the day, whatever like that. So I'm in my 30s, my 30s, right? So there's this one particular stripper there. She used to always tell me stories how when she was in the world, she was doing more than just stripping. Okay. Whatever. So this one John, keep it 100. So she, you know what she used to do. So this one John she used to have was an older guy, and the guy that she was talking about at the club, and he would just sit there quiet. He wouldn't say a lot to nobody. He just tip the girls, sit and milk like 2 beers for the whole night. Cool dude. So she said, "Can I tell you something about him?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "This guy, you know, when I was out there tricking, when I was really out there tricking,
come on,
he used to come in and he would get me this. He would get a room for me and him. Right? I would never have to take off my clothes. He just wanted me to hug him and keep telling him that I love you. He wanted me to keep telling him, you know, I love you. You know, I love you." And dude didn't have no sex with her or whatever like that. Now listen, you was about to laugh.
No, I'm about to cry. Actually. Right? I'm about to cry.
Now,
it's beautiful.
That's deep.
That was so deep.
Yeah, no, I know.
The deep part is, what is this man missing in his life, and what has he experienced in his life where he's willing to give up his money? He used to pay her like every time like $200, $200, whatever, and then she'd have to take off her clothes, have sex with him or nothing. He just wanted her to hold him and for her to say, I love you. I love you.
Wow. I have no words for that.
So that goes to show you what people experience in their life, something they missed in their life that creates certain actions and certain behavior.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like it's deep, man. This thing gets deep. People want to feel like they're loved. People want to feel it, even if it's false.
Yes.
Wow. If it's
even if it's not real.
Jeez.
Okay, so we agree.
I don't want that. No, thank you.
We agree.
Not if it's
that
false.
To know that you're loved in word and in deed, right?
Yeah.
So to say it and to do it, when you don't get that, you see how people react, and you can tell a person that wasn't loved. Like my grandmother always told me she loved me. Like she made it a point to say that. Now my father, on the other hand, like you said, Norm, didn't say it. He said it every once in a while, but he did it, and he was a quiet guy. But when he died, there was a police escort, a proclamation from the city, the mayor spoke at his thing, black, all this other stuff, right? Which to me spoke to his consistency. Because if you look at him, he ain't nobody. He not this, he not that. So that's why I get so amped about the flashy. No, he was substance. And he didn't brag, and he just every day, you know what I mean, gave me an example of what consistency is, which is classified as boredom. You know what I'm saying? It's not exciting. It's not this. It's not that. That's what I mean by when I say, you know, people don't recognize that. Look, it's important to hear and to do. I'm just saying that the parameters of what people think love is false.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not what people claim that it is, man.
Yeah.
I think Phyllis said it in one of her comments. Let me try to find it. Saying I love you, if it's being said sincerely, will warm the heart and soul. I agree 300%. You know when it's real, and you know when somebody's just saying. How many people have told you they love you in the past, whatever, and you know they didn't give a rat's ass about you? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, you know, or just say it, whatever, like that, because it just sounds like the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah, it's phonies out there.
You know, and my thing is when it's real, say it to me when it's real and it really comes from the heart.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain people that say that to me, and I know it's genuine, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I hear that from my boy Smooth P. And like, bro, you know, I just want to tell you, big bro, I love you. Well, I know it's real.
Yes.
Like I don't even got to question it.
That boy telling the truth.
That's my dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, or my wife or whatever. Like hardcore. She thuggish rugged. She thinks she is. She thinks she is savage. You know, my wife sometimes, but she ain't. You know.
Jackie is savage too.
She a little pudding pop.
Kiss is a savage.
But when she
we surrounded by savages.
When you know, when she say it, like I know when it's
genuine.
Yeah, when it's
so sincere and heartfelt.
Have you ever said I love you to someone you meant it and the person got bent out of shape? That's my question. What they was
get it. They didn't know how to take it.
Why did they know how to take it, sir? I'm asking both of y'all.
Oh, I don't know. I've never said that to someone and they went ham on me.
Yeah,
no,
I have. Right.
No.
I definitely have.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So did we finish with all of the numbers? Oh, we on what? Number 4.
And then
Were we on 4?
No, we on 5.
Oh, no, I'm saying we did do 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So 5 is the last one, and then we out.
Unilaterally disarm. All relationships have heated moments of tension. As these moments arise more and more, as we start to see our partner more critically, we may begin to build a case against them. This is fairly easy to do, and no person is perfect, can always file their mistakes into certain flawed categories. When we build a case up against our partner, we tend to be set off faster, jumping on them the moment they slip up or overreacting to them. In times of stress, fights tend to escalate. Y'all are stupid. Fights tend to escalate. We say worse and worse things to each other, things we don't even mean. This leaves us feeling pretty lousy about ourselves and our relationship. Where is the clap button to that?
All I want to say,
I've been through that.
All I want to say is, you know, people think that women a lot of times are the ones who exude this behavior. It's not always women that exude this behavior. Number 5. it's not always women.
I know, ma.
You know, men can be guilty of that too. And you're standing there looking at your partner like, what the hell are you talking about? All I said was good morning. What the hell? What kind of night did you have? You understand what I'm saying? So women are not always rah, 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 jumping down someone's throat for small things. Men can go through this as well.
True, D. No, I agree with you on that.
You know,
300%.
like you're just, I'm sorry, what just happened? Wait, back up, rewind. What happened? And it make you start thinking about, well, did I say something wrong? Maybe I should have said it this way, or maybe I should have said it that way. And when did we become so touchy? We're an item. We should be able to communicate. You understand? And someone said in the chat that's why it's good to sometime to go outside and have your I like to call it round table, where we don't talk in the house. We'll go outside in a neutral area where I know you're not going to raise your voice. I know you're not going to get up and walk out. You understand what I'm saying? I know you're going to keep your voice to a hush because we're in public. And I prefer that sometimes, because sometimes when you're in the house, it's a lot of bad that could be in the house from stuff that has happened prior and is lingering, and those little demons are still there. Right. So if you go outside of the home and you can sit and you can talk with not, your voices aren't raised, I think sometimes that does help.
No doubt.
So I think DT said that.
And
Thank
shout
you.
out to everybody on the check-in and everything. We just been discussing 5 things to try before giving up on a relationship. 5 things to try before giving up on a relationship. So number 1 was act on what drew you together. Number 2 was
try breaking your routine.
Number 3 was
determine if your past is impacting your present.
And number 4 was
recognize your fears of intimacy.
And number 5 was
go ahead.
Unilaterally disarm.
That's what I wanted you to
basically,
do.
Basically,
disarming
yourself when you see things start to build up in your relationship, in your life. Just disarming yourself.
Yes.
And shutting it down. Take it back a few steps. You know what I'm saying?
Take yourself out of it. Sometimes it helps. I learned this when I went to therapy. Sometimes it's not always about you.
Because you are.
It could be, when people come at you, right? If you bring something to their attention and they come at you in a way that you're thinking, well, geez, I just asked you a question. It's something deeper that they're holding that maybe triggered something from their past. And now you might have sparked that and didn't intend to spark that in them. And now they're saying, oh, I remember such and such when such and such happened. And did you understand? So sometimes you have to take yourself out of the equation and look at what the other person is saying. It's not always about you.
So
truly,
I know we gotta go.
Yes,
I was that guy. Number 5, that was me. That was me.
Yes,
and I picked a partner that was that way. So you can imagine, but I'm not talking about her.
Yes,
I'm talking about me.
Yes,
the reason that I acted that way is because I felt that I was powerless.
Right.
Because I had issues from my childhood, that other stuff that we talked about.
Yes.
Right.
And I felt always put upon. So now, when I get grown, nobody gonna ever. Number 1. Number 2, my power base was female. So I dealt with my problems in a feminine way, in terms of sometimes it ain't about talking, but the person that ran everything was my grandmother. Her mouth was horrible. So my way to say that I'm powerful is to destroy you with my mouth. Now, did that help that I'm 6'2", 300? So when I'm doing that, it's like, you follow what I'm saying? It's real bad.
That's verbal abuse.
It's verbal abuse.
Some women use that as a guarding mechanism too. Being able to cut you down with their mouth.
Yes.
So now I done cut you down with my mouth, and I'm bigger than you physically. You follow me?
Yeah.
So even though I'm not a physical guy, then my partner got physical, because it's like, well, there's nothing I could do but just beat this Joker with it.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Because I was so destructive about that. And my karma is revisiting that on me, and I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I acknowledge it, and I'm trying to reverse it. I just wanted to say
I commend
that.
you for
There's
that.
hope.
No doubt.
Because I was that guy.
I commend you for that.
So,
all right.
With that being said, I'm going to keep it 100. This goes out to family, to the wife, to my friends, to whatever listeners. Only tell me you love me if you really mean it.
I love you, Norm.
Aw.
And I love you too, Norm. And I love you, Jay.
Aw.
And kiss.
But real talk.
Yes.
Only if you really mean it, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So I'm not perfect. I want to do better. I try every day to do better. I try to self-examine myself by looking in the mirror and trying to see what other people see when they look at me. You understand? And I just want to do better. I don't want to harm anyone with the words that come out of my mouth. That's why sometimes I have to before I speak, and I'll get quiet. If someone's coming at me like rah 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 rah, I get quiet. And the reason I get quiet is not because I'm afraid, because by nature I'm a Taurus, and my thing is to go boom 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 right back. But just because someone has to be level-headed.
Y'all don't like confrontation either.
Yeah, and I don't like confrontation. Someone has to be level-headed. So I will keep my mouth shut, and I'll be like, okay. When I say okay, just know that I had checked out.
I've done a lot of damage in my past, so
Yeah.
I try to remember how much my mouth has done wrong. I'm not a punk, I'm this and that, but the reason that I stay quiet is like, wait a minute, we've before. You know what I mean? Relax, Donald.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world. Stop saying stuff that you can't take back.
Amen to that.
No doubt.
Amen to that.
No doubt. Let's
Yes.
clap that up.
Amen to that.
We want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man
always.
Cave morning /
It's the Man
afternoon
Cave
show.
afternoon
And we
show.
will be back tomorrow.
Thank you for the therapy, guys.
Morning. Yes, God willing.
And the creek don't rise.
And shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. And don't forget, November 10th and November 17th, it is the stage play, Final Deceit. All right. I would rather live a life alone than to live a life built on lies and deceit and manipulation. It's going to be at the First Unitarian Society of Plainfield at 724 Park Avenue, Plainfield, New Jersey, 07060. Again, that's November 17th. All right. The doors open at 5:30 p.m. Play starts at 6:30 p.m. $20, only $20.
Only
General
$20.
admission at the door. $25 for the VIP meet and greet, the cast and light buffet. Make sure y'all come out and support that. Again, for more information, contact Juanita. If Juanita is listening, you can put the link right there in the comment section. We're going to post up the flyers and the links all over social media, so you'll be able to see it. If you are in the Jersey, New York area, come out and support the play. Again, and also remember, this is Domestic Violence Month. As well as
Cancer Awareness.
Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
All right. So this is Domestic Violence Month, and again, Final Deceit. The stage play is here. All right. I would rather live a life alone than to live a life built on lies.
Wow.
Deceit.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
All right.
You tell us the curl.
You know, I just want everybody to know too, being that this is Domestic Violence Month, when football come on, more people relationship wise get into physical fights. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Mhm.
Wow.
It's been proven. So, you know, let's go out and show her some love with this play. I think it's a great thing that she's doing. And kudos to you, Juanita. Good luck with that play.
Respect.
I will be in the building.
No doubt.
Yeah, for
no
sure.
doubt. Come out and support. No doubt. And shout out to all of y'all. I love y'all too, man. And again, go check that play out, Final Deceit.
Yes.
And just remember, this show is never ever about us.
It's always about you.
Because what?
You are the next best kept secret.
See y'all tomorrow.
Wakanda. Bang, 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 bang.
We love you. Don't forget, share this out.
Peace. Hope y'all enjoyed the show.